Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 357. Now today, the collectible of the day is the McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse, The Flash Age, Jay Garrick, The Flash action figure. After a strange and bizarre laboratory accident, Jay Garrick awoke to discover he had gained amazing abilities. He could move at superhuman speeds, far beyond those of normal man or woman. Donning a costume and stylized metal helmet based on the one worn by the Roman god Mercury, Jay used his powers to fight crime and protect the citizens of Keystone City. He became the fastest man alive, the hero of Earth 2, the Flash. This incredibly detailed, 7-inch scaled action figure is based off the DC multiverse of characters. Designed with ultra articulation with up to 22 moving parts for a full range of posing and play. Jay Garrick is featured in his look from the Jay Garrick The Flash Age comics. Figure comes with 4 attachable lightning effects, swappable hands, and base. Even includes a collectible art card with figure photo on front and the biography on the back. Released by McFarlane Toys. Now, the comic of the day is Earth 2, Volume 1, Issue Number 2, with a cover date of August 2012, with story by James Robinson, art by Nicholas Scott, and cover by Ivan Reis. This issue is titled Age of Wonders. Mr. Terrific emerges from a wormhole that he had entered in his tea sanctuary. When he realizes that he's on Earth, he wonders if the portal even worked. That is, until he notices that this Earth is quite different from the one he left. Compounding the confusion, a man greets him by name. He introduces himself as Terry Sloan, the self-proclaimed smartest man on Earth. However, Sloan's intentions are apparently malicious, as he explains that Michael Holt's otherworldly knowledge is a threat to his goals. He anticipates Michael's defensive use of T-spheres and encounters by releasing a nanite virus that turns the T-spheres on their owner. Meanwhile, in Lansing, Michigan, Jay Garrick stands over the crater caused by what he thought was a shooting star. Instead, he has found a brilliant glowing man who resembles the Greek god Mercury. The man explains that he's exactly what he looks like. He is a god, and the last of them. The others were defeated by Steppenwolf's army. He, meanwhile, has been a prisoner to a great dark force, even greater than Apocalypse, for the last 10 years. His escape has come at a great cost, and now he's dying. But the darkness that imprisoned him will soon return as a great threat to the earth and its people. And as such, it will need living heroes instead of dying gods. Jay is sure that Earth doesn't have any heroes left, that the Age of Wonders is over. Mercury says that he can see good and evil in man, and he sees a hero right before him. Jay argues that he's nobody, and that he has no future, but Mercury believes in him. If Jay Garrick has no future, he will be given one. With a bolt of lightning from his fingertip, Mercury passes on his power of speed to Jay, along with a protective costume. He tells Jay to use his powers well, to honor him, and to save the world. A World Army helicopter arrives, ordering Jay to stay where he is and put his hands on his head. The police arrive to investigate the crash site, but Mercury warns Jay to distrust everyone until he's sure of them, as the evil he spoke of can wear many faces or use any guise. Jay asks what he should do, and Mercury answers simply, "Run!" After Jay outruns the helicopter, he decides to test his powers. He realizes he can switch between his costume and his street clothes at will. Speeding around, he nearly runs into a wall, but then discovers that he could run up walls. He leaps across rooftops with ease, noting that everything seems as if it's moving in slow motion. Suddenly, though, he hears a cry for help from a nearby alley. A young couple are being attacked by apocarats. small but fierce red-eyed creatures. He promises to get them out of their predicament in a flash, using his newfound speed. Jay captures all of the rats in a trash can before they can hurt their victims anymore. After accepting the couple's thanks, Jay tells them to get to the hospital, and then speeds off. As he runs away, the couple struggles for a name to call him, and they settle on The Flash. Jay then decides to see how fast he can truly run. He runs so fast that his surroundings become a blur, even with his enhanced senses. When he finally comes to a stop, which proves to be quite difficult, he accidentally digs a trench into the land with his feet. He asks a nearby man where he is, but the man runs off, afraid he is a parademon. A voice tells him that he's in Poland. He looks up to find Hawk Girl flying above him, pointing her crossbow at his head. Apparently, she was expecting him. To be continued in the next issue. Geek Fact. While the origins of the Flash's powers are scientific in nature prior to the events of Flashpoint, they are presented as magical in nature here. Bonus Geek Fact. Mercury was the only Roman god to survive the war with Apocalypse. He escaped back to Earth but was fatally wounded. Before he died, he passed his speed powers to Jay while telling him about a coming evil. His first appearance was in New Comics, issue number 5, from June 1936. But this was his first appearance in the Earth 2 continuity. Advertising Ad Fact. Want some collectibles based on the summer's most anticipated film? Check out these mini busts from The Dark Knight Rises, one of my favorite Batman movies, and released by DC Collectibles. To Those We Lost. This page commemorates the loss of Tony DeZuniga from 1932 to 2012, in loving memory from your friends and fans at DC. Anthony worked under the name Tony and was a Filipino comics artist and illustrator, best known for his work with DC Comics. He was a co-creator of the characters Jonah Hex and Black Orchid. And final Geek Fact. Jay Garrick was actually the very first character known as the Flash. Garrick gained the ability to move at superhuman speeds due to a laboratory accident. He chose to fight crime as the costumed vigilante, calling himself the Flash. His first appearance was in Flash Comics, issue number 1, with a cover date of January 1940. He was created by Gardner Fox and Harry Lampert. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.